All right, I can give you an update on a couple things from last month. I did send out letters per the request of the council to 604, 606 Indiana Avenue, 207 West Jackson Street, 201 North Main Street. And so I haven't received anything from any of those folks, no contact or anything. Your good friend, Mr. Binneman, out of Lafayette,
Yes.
MJAR Inc., that's been administratively dissolved. So my understanding, he's the sole shareholder, so it now fall on him individually as opposed to the Inc. So I did give him a deadline of June 28th. I take it the town hasn't heard or received anything from anybody.
That's the old gas station, right, Jesse, that he owns down at the end of town?
Cardinal.
You're talking from Jeff.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
talking 201 North Main right
Okay,
here.
yeah, okay, yes.
And anyway, we gave them their last clear chance, and if they don't take action, then you'll have to either let it lay or pursue them to make them do something. So that's where it stands on that. You had asked me to send out a letter to Norfolk Southern in support of Mr. Scott's railroad right-of-way, which I did. I haven't heard anything from him nor Norfolk Southern in follow-up on that. I did have additional contact with Jesse's good friends at Vectren. So they did make a counteroffer. Their claim was over $6,000. We had said cost of defense at $1,000, and they had come back at $2,000. So, my opinion, between the time, if you have me defend it, if they file it, whether you're going to pay me, we're going to take Jesse out of commission to go testify, and so, in my opinion, that's a cost of defense settlement.
Okay, so they'll settle for 2,000?
Yes.
Okay, can I get a motion to go ahead and pay Vectren
Yes.
2,000?
Right here.
For Mike? Second from Ken, all in favor?
Aye.
That's settled, let them know.
I will get it firmed up. We'll have to cut a check, get a release, and all that kind of good stuff.
Okay.
But that's the way we will proceed on that. And then I think the last thing I had, well, that may be the last thing. Oh, I was going to let you know, I think we discussed it a little bit informally, but your zoning litigation down in with Park Circuit Court now, where Judge Swaim has been continued until September, and that was at the request of Radcliffe's attorneys.
Okay.
And then I had sent to the council some emails that I had gotten from Drew Tharp at Gutwine Law about the storage facility and the Peyton's, old Peyton's building. I think somebody would come here next month, they just couldn't get them here for June.
Okay. You saw my response that we were not interested in extending that at this time.
Well, and again, so that'll just have to let it lay, but I think you'll at least want to open a line of dialogue
Sure.
with them if they're going to own property here in town and all that. Then we probably need to open a line of communication so that if something goes wrong or right, we have somebody to talk to.
Yeah, we'd like to have them here. A couple of things, that need to be done before, that goes forward. The shoemakers are here to protect their property. They've talked about a nice solid fence, not a strung up piece of plastic. That's not holding much mud back.
Right.
So they've had a lot of damage in their yard down there. She had pictures last meeting. We want to make sure that's going to be taken care of now and in the future.
Okay.
Also, the same property has noise coming from their trailer sitting there. So we need to talk about some kind of an ordinance, noise ordinance, to take care of that.
Well, I think we've got some kind of noise ordinance, but the problem is always, what's the decibels, what's the, how do we measure that, blah, blah, blah. Now, I think you might be able to, not just for this property, but townwide, you could look at something prospectively as far as setting hours for refrigerator units to be running, just like, jack brakes and all those kind of good things that you can regulate that. Now, again, what you can regulate are probably the hours and also the, decibels if you wanted to do that. Probably the hours would be the easiest to say.
Okay.
You can't run it after such and such.
You want to work on that for us?
I can put that together if the council instructs me to do that. And again, that'll apply town-wise to any properties in the town limits.
We get a motion for Stu to start working on that, put some
Yes.
numbers together.
Yes.
Mike,
Okay.
get a second from Troy? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, I'll get something together and have
All
it circulated before next month's meeting.
All right, you're not
I
done
think
yet.
that's all I got.
No, you're not done yet.
Oh,
You'd sent out the 505, or I'll start with 304 Dewey Street. That's the one they wanted to drop the lien on.
okay, I vaguely remember that, yes.
And we talked, the council voted last meeting to not drop that lien because Jesse had already done a pretty good job of chopping that one down, right, Jesse?
Yeah, we already took out our time and our labor and equipment usage.
Okay.
So then that current bill is just for the trash service, of ridding of the materials.
Okay. All right, well, if there, that's the council's discretion about what to do with that, so.
Okay, then the other one that we've kind of talked about is the 505 West Second Street. That's the Matney property.
Right. And that is going through tax sale. And I'm aware that if it goes through tax sale, our lien will get discharged. So that, nothing we can do about that. That's just the way the law is.
Okay.
Now, my understanding is that the builder, Ratcliffe, was wanting to come in and redeem that, get through Matney, get possession of it, but they were asking for a reduction, because we've sued the Matneys twice.
Yes.
We've got $20,000-$30,000 of liens and penalties against that property.
About 20. They've, Ratcliffe has offered to pay the 5,000 of that, so that would be 5,000 more than we would get.
If it goes through tax sale, you're gonna get goose egg.
Okay?
But that's, again, that's a council decision about how you want to handle that. So, again, economic decision from the council is into things, but if, let's see, nothing and 5,000. In Crawfordsville, I know what my answer would be.
Okay. Gentlemen?
I got a question on it. That went to a tax sale prior, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And we've had contact with the guy out of Zionsville
Okay.
who is buying it through tax sale. But he's still within his 1 year, there's still a 1 year right of redemption.
Correct.
That we're still in.
Yeah, so would it be good to say that he should get the same offer? He's had his money tied up that long.
He'd have to coordinate through Matney, and so if he could do that.
I mean, that's, would be the option, at least let him know that might happen.
Well, he's going to get it anyway, Mike.
No, the guy that's purchased it on the original, it's been sold once. And there's a man holding on that paperwork.
That
Right
he
now.
can, then once the 12-month right of redemption,
It's
he
his.
can move to get a tax deed. And I don't remember the guy's name, but it's a company out of Zionsville, I believe. So, but again, the only person who can redeem it are the Matneys. So whoever is going to have to work through the Matneys to get it redeemed. And I don't know the guy out of just say, oh, if I don't get it through tax sale, I'll move on. That'd be my guess, because he's gonna get it free and clear through tax sale, so why
Correct.
would he pay $5,000 when he can get it through the tax sale for $2,000?
Mm-hmm.
But, again, council decision, how you wanna handle it.
Basically, we're gonna release that lien. If we get paid or don't get paid prior to tax sale, correct?
Prior to the tax deed being issued, if that gets issued, your lien goes away, because it will be cleared.
I understand it, but I think the thing about it is, with Ratcliffe getting that, having that offer, we know where the money's gonna be coming from, or we're gonna relax it. So at least we should notify the other person that we are releasing the lien. Give them equal rights. I mean, if I was the guy that
Yeah.
had that,
Totally up to council,
Yeah.
but
I think you're dealing directly, then you're giving him the opportunity and also saying, here it is, here's the other option.
that's totally up to the council how you want to handle that.
That's my only thought. Like I say, if I was the guy that had the money invested in it for a year,
Well, he's going to get his money back. If
Yeah.
it gets redeemed, he gets his money
Right.
back with interest from the fountain clerk.
yeah,
So, again, it's totally up to council how you want to handle it.
I think we've got a chance to get it done right now and get it worked on, so we get a motion to accept the
yeah, as
offer.
long as there's not any repercussion comes back out, I don't have a problem, but
As long as the check clears, I don't know that.
I'm more concerned about the guy that has tied his money up. I know he's gonna get his money back
Yeah,
at that.
yeah.
That's what I mean.
If Matt won the lottery and redeemed it on his own, he could redeem it on his own.
Yeah.
So,
But we're not running the lottery. We're giving
you
him an
gotta play to
opportunity.
win.
We're giving him an opportunity
Yeah.
to do that. So I think the other guy should have the other same opportunity if he wants to do it. I mean, we might chance to lose now. I just don't want to get to the point where we're one-siding that with.
The town's not doing anything other than agreeing to reduce the lien
If Matt
if
pays.
it gets redeemed.
Yeah,
If it doesn't get redeemed, then we don't have.
yeah, if Matt and he pays it.
Right,
So can we get a motion, and Stu, I'd like for you to write it up,
okay,
that we're gonna get the 5,000, then also a time frame to have that livable, sellable, ready to go, cleaned up.
okay.
Can we get a motion for that?
I would agree with that.
Motion from Ken, second from
Yeah.
Troy?
I mean, it's been 6 years.
Yeah, so at least we're getting something done, we'll get a house for sale in town. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
All right.
I'll let them know that they can start on it too.
Okay, that's all I got.
All right, that's all I got for you now. Jesse?
All right, we've replaced the chlorine booster pump, injector, and flow meter at the water plant. We've got back T samples in. We're just awaiting the results to get off of our boil order. I'm hoping sometime tomorrow, the latest, the end of the week, but really banking on tomorrow. Got the new ripper installed down at the primary lift station, med shed lift station. It was repaired, the flood, the creek down there flooded and damaged some components. Kyle Long got down, got us bypassed to keep it running. A couple of new parts came in, he got that fixed yesterday. Primary lift station, the pump that American Pumps had, it had damage consistent with a lightning strike. The new pump's been ordered. It was $49,474. Connie's been in discussion with insurance that is able to be covered. And,
Oh, it is going to be?
yeah, we've got a whole
Okay.
paperwork on it showing the damage and their explanation of what happened. She's sending it over.
Good. Very good.
Electric assisted with the install of the ripper at the lift station. They helped me with my chlorine booster pump. We did get our pickup truck from York. And they called in their locates for the replacement of the poles on North Maple. Several there from about 11th Street North.
Okay.
That are leaning. We're going to replace them before they get any worse.
Okay.
Then the only other thing I have is the Community Crossings 2026-1, sub-project A on it, on Main Street from 3rd to the dead end. In the plans and myself didn't catch it, Milestone didn't catch it. The drive approaches, they show only coming back a couple feet with asphalt on every one of them. Currently, some of them's got concrete. And then there's also a few houses with connector walks that go from street side of the sidewalk out to the street. Most of them, usually their mailboxes, those also were included. So I talked to Milestone, we've got a change order here to replace the drive approaches, plus these connector walks. Came in at $83,545. I don't know how you want to handle it. I mean, my opinion is the back of the sidewalk out, we go new.
That's a big screw up for,
Yes, it is.
HWC it is.
for the engineers to screw up.
I mean, they've got them shown with the small approaches here. Generally, you get plans, they'll show a value of approach, and then it says depth varies. I mean, I can't find anything this time that shows that. I don't know. I mean, you can't put 100% blame on HWC. It's just as much my fault when I reviewed them. I didn't catch this. And same with Milestone. They didn't catch it until we're out in the field looking at it and said, whoa, generally these are on here. And
So we're under the engineer's guidance too.
Yeah, but Milestone looked at the specs and they should have,
I mean,
right?
I don't see one specific person to blame. There's enough eyes on you.
I can't either, but I think that
That's a
it
lot.
ought to be a little discussion on it, because it seems like that we missed it, HWC missed it, and Milestone missed it, and now it comes up and says, boom, here it is. So I think we ought to have a little discussion with HWC
And Milestone.
and Milestone.
I mean, we've been had with Milestone. They give us their cost, and their pay items broken down on that. They've got all their square yardage figured up. They didn't just throw the number out. I mean, the money is set aside from our TIF, from engineer estimate. We had an engineer estimate. It was higher than what the project estimate came in at, and I think it ended up being about, the new estimate, if you add this change order, it puts us $100 more than what our engineer estimate was and what we were planning on.
Did you talk to HWC about that?
Not,
I think I would have a talk with them, because I still, when they look at that and see it, maybe another opinion might be good to have in there. I don't have the problem with it, I just had the problem with it being missed by three different.
Well, if it was in the bid, it only cost the town like, what, 20%?
Right, if
right?
it,
I'm just saying if it
would've
was
been
in it
bid,
originally.
yes.
So that's,
that's the other thing, is what I'm saying, because
Yeah.
it was in there, and we would have had
that's what's
been 20%
16,000.
of it.
I mean, that's a big change order.
Yeah, we're short $100 on what we've already planned on spending before we write the bid.
I mean, I still think HWC needs to be contacted about it.
I'll have the discussion with them. I think what'll be said from it is probably, you reviewed the plans, but we'll make note from here on out, future projects. We'll make sure.
Go ahead and
that
talk to
that
them,
we
Jesse. I
include
mean,
it.
we can do that, but the bottom line is we need to go ahead.
Yeah, I was just looking, I mean, the past projects, we've saved a lot of money.
How much? 300?
On me running them plus the underruns, the past projects since I've been here, we've underrun each project, all of them total $160,687, and then me minus inspections of $168,851. We've underrun these projects $329,538.
We're not done with this project, though, so again,
No, we're not done, but,
I think-
I mean, once you get past Main Street, we fill and fill.
and you're saying it's something that has to be done.
I mean, it's up to you guys what you want to do.
does it
Well,
have,
you have to do it.
People will be a
once
lot
they
happier
build,
if we do
then
it.
they're- Yeah,
I mean, it has to be done.
If
you
it
can't
was,
go back.
if it's in front of my house, yeah, I'd be upset if I got left with an old concrete approach and everything else.
Yeah.
I would have,
agree.
I
I'm
would
just
think,
saying the screw up is the thing.
We can
Well,
talk to them, but I mean, I don't see any way around it, so can I get a motion to approve the change order? $83,545, keep going on this job.
And contingent and talking.
Who's gonna talk to them anyway, so, okay.
it's not a stopping point right now, correct? At least you have time to talk to HWC, have them get somebody on it.
We might have a day.
Well, that's
They
fine.
slipped all the curb today, they set
saw
back and stopped short of their driveways, they're gonna be grading sidewalks. coming, I mean, they're gonna be right behind them pouring, and when they do the sidewalks and
That's
go
fine,
through,
but-
they need to do the drives at the same time.
We got a motion from Troy, get a second from anybody?
They make a motion.
I thought you said you did.
Oh, I never said that.
So who's the engineer? Is it Eric in charge of this or one of his
Oh,
subordinates?
he is.
So where's the money gonna come from?
We've already got set aside from TIF, $100 comes out of street department.
You have that set aside?
So we already had the money approved.
Oh, so if it's already set aside.
Okay. So TIF committed 250,000. The 20% is 166,571, which leaves a difference of 83,429, which is
That's
where
what you
your
said.
$100
How'd you do
comes
that?
in.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So
How'd
now,
you do
you
that?
kinda lost me with that 100, and I thought you was talking about total years, but,
That's what he's saying, the previous projects,
okay.
we've been under budget.
Yeah, the previous, all combined, the previous projects, we've saved almost 330,000.
Well, if you've already had it allocated, I guess.
Yeah, it's allocated and minus 100.
okay, I'll make that
Motion
motion.
from Troy, second from Ken, all in favor?
I guess. Aye.
Jesse, thank you, and thank you for working your rear off on
Why didn't
Sunday.
you just say that to begin with?
I did.
He did. It's $100 difference.
Kinda lost me in that roundabout way.
You are still
right.
going to talk to
Oh,
HWCS,
yeah, I'll
correct?
let Eric know, and,
Is that on
our
record?
engineer,
Yes.
hey, every project we do, we need to go to the back of it.
We need to find out why that they made that, because we pay them guys, and I like them, but we
Yeah,
paid them a lot of money
I do.
over the
We
years.
paid them a lot of money, and I think they're doing a great job, but.
And it'd be nice if they'd absorb a little bit of it. It'd be nice. But we paid them a lot of money.
We've been with them for a long time.
Sewer plant and all the work and stuff they've done, so at least they ought to be mentioned to them.
Very good brought up.
Carrie, you're up.
Well, speaking of money that's not set aside,
No.
Matt informed me today that the drive shaft is out of the charger again. So, waiting to hear back from Napa to see if they're gonna warranty this one for us. Just give us another one.
How long's it been in there? It should be warranted at least 90 days.
Not $2,100, so $2,100 more in that thing. if
So let's
Napa
park it
won't-
until we hear back from Napa. Not approve anything on it right now. I mean, that makes the most sense. Okay. They should warranty that.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I did not hear back from him, so he said he normally gets back right away. so.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
So, I got a couple of, any prospects on, when we started looking, taking applications?
We haven't posted it yet. We have to post that.
Yeah. I thought we was gonna post it.
Well, we waited. We didn't know when he was leaving yet, Troy, so we,
Right, but still, I mean, it's a process, so,
Go ahead and start accepting applications
that's what I'm saying.
at any time.
Yeah.
When you say August?
I'm gonna say latter part of third week.
That's what I thought
I'm
you
just
said.
guessing. I mean, I don't know
Okay.
that, but
End of
for new
October,
policemen, we
July.
need to go ahead and bid that out, correct?
Well, how we normally would do it, posting it or? We normally would do it.
Okay. Chris, let's go ahead and get that published.
Yeah, any,
And however you want to, do you have it listed too, then will you do that?
I can put it on the Iliad Law Enforcement Academy website.
Okay. Okay, let's do that too then. Okay. Anything else? Questions for Carrie, anybody?
how much more time are you gonna be out, you think?
Go back and see the surgeon July 16th, so hoping that's the last time I got to see him.
You do better? Get better, good.
Finally got to do some strengthening exercises.
Right on.
Okay, Kim, you're up.
Well,
Well, thank you, everybody, for all the help with the cruise-in. We had our biggest turnout of vehicles ever. We had over 55 vehicles show up, and thank you especially to all the town employees for helping out. We should know in 8 days if we're awarded any funds for 211 North Main Street building. The youth mural initiative was supposed to take place this week, but the end of the week has got a lot of rain, so we postponed it for a week, so hopefully they'll get that done next week. The kids will be down here at the amphitheater painting the retaining wall in the evenings. So if anybody wants to come out and watch them and tell them what a great job they're doing. I have a girl that's looking to open up a children's thrift store. I'm meeting with her tomorrow. The 4th of July parade, thank you, Ken, for letting us use your trailer and truck, but I'm still looking for some people to throw out candy if anyone's interested. The lineup is on 5th Street, and it's down by the high school, and it's about 1:30, 2 o'clock. They're letting people assemble, but I'll let the girls know all those details. We had about 30 yard sales sign up this year for the townwide yard sales, so thank you, everybody, for participating. July and August, from 9 to 1, we're going to have a farm stand market pop-up on the 2nd and 4th Saturday underneath the amphitheater. Just a little farm market stand, so a lot of the local farm stands are going to be there. I don't have a big group, but we're going to try it and see if it works. It's too hot in the evenings in July and August to do an evening event, but we still wanted to do something. And we are still selling VRA t-shirts to go towards our fireworks for the street fair. And that is all I have.
Questions for Kim? Anybody? Okay, Terry, you're up. If you would, why don't you come up since you've got some interesting information for us?
Okay, I have a company out of Ohio that is wanting to build apartments in Veedersburg. They've got 4 places picked out, and they just told me that they all need to be R3. And I just let everybody know right up front, it's not Section 8 houses. They have a senior house. The senior housing has 1 and 2 bedrooms, and what they call workforce apartments has 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. And they've, like I say, looked at a few places. My grandparents' old house is one of them, that lot, and then right behind it, they're talking to MasterCard about buying some of that to build apartments. I got a couple other businesses they're trying to buy to tear down to build, but they said that was like 4 of the places they were looking. And I've had a few fence jobs this month, a few sheds, got more coming up because I got a few phone calls. That's about it.
The workforce, you have a little information on that, correct, Kim?
Yeah, they just opened up some workforce housing apartments, River Loft Apartments in Williamsport, and then also they're going to be breaking ground tomorrow on some for Attica, and they're going to be putting some in Attica as well. And they're not Section 8. They are income based, and you have to fit in within like $23,000 to $63,000 of your salary, and you have to maintain that salary in order to live there. So they're just workforce housing, just proving, and the senior housing is so needed right now. We have so many people that are just outgrowing, I mean, their houses are outgrowing them, they can't maintain them and keep them up, so that would be a great
Ohio?
solution.
Is that company out of Ohio?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. Do you know the name of the company that contacted you?
I just know he's out of Ohio.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
don't
remember.
believe they're out of Ohio,
He
but
called me like 3 times this week already.
I can check. Let's see.
Okay, Stu, any input on this at all?
Only thing we would have to do, he said, would make it an R3, any place that they were wanting to put them.
All same processes as everybody else, if they
Yeah.
want to build something.
So the
Yep.
infrastructure,
Jesse, any input? Okay. let's get some details from him, Terry, so we can look
Okay,
at it, discuss
I will.
it as a council, and go forward.
Okay, I'll give him another call.
Okay.
Terry, I got one thing for you, just to clarify, I think there's a couple other people maybe missed it. But going back to these storage units down here, the permit has not been extended, correct? At this point? Okay, so at this point, they don't have an approved permit. They have to come back forward.
Because it's been too long.
Yeah, that's what Terry said, it's been too long, so it's not like they're standing there on it, they've got to apply back again. And I do believe that if you have conversation with them, you have the builder or somebody, because there's nothing showed on there as far as any kind of a retention area.
And the only contact I got from the lawyer, he's never told me who
They got,
he's got any of that.
they've got extended prints, I looked at those prints, and there's some things missing on those prints, they're pretty small, hard to read. I think they might meet the setbacks, but there's other questions, drainage, things like that. At
That
least,
wasn't on there.
yeah, at least the town needs to know where that part is good, because I know these people are concerned. And, you know, I think the noise thing we're still having a problem with, but again, if you can do that, try to get those people over here at a date where everybody comes in and knows it, that they're gonna be here, because, you know, it's
I'll get in
kind
contact with him.
and it might be a lot simpler than what we think. So,
I'll get
I
it.
appreciate it.
Anytime you're going to put added dirt, you gotta take the topsoil off and retain it, keep it in landscaping in some manner. And then when you put it on there, you gotta put it on there in layers, pack it as you go. So I don't know if that dirt meets any specs on compaction and compression or not. If you've already got it stacked up there, it should have been, compacted in layers. Now it's just truckload after truckload on top of topsoil. I don't know who in the world would pour concrete or anything on that type of setup.
That's why the builder and/or the owner needs to be here to explain what's going on, because I agree with that. That should have been taken off, but we're not in that part of it. He should at least speak with people that are concerned about what he was gonna do. That's the reason I think we need him here, and we need him to put a time that he'll be there, so folks that come in, and this has been twice, he's supposed to be in here, and they haven't been here. And again, I'm not sticking up for anybody, but I know if it's my property next to that, I'd be concerned about it.
I'll get a hold of him.
Yeah.
And the point I is, does he understand how you compact the soil, all that?
That's,
I haven't talked to the contractor that even did it.
Well, I mean,
All I've talked to is the lawyer that took care of selling the ground.
so you're gonna have to, and I'm not trying to be smart or something, you're gonna have to move the dirt to something else, because you gotta go with specs and compacting anything with concrete on it.
Yeah, that's why we need to talk to the builder slash owner, or whatever, because like I say, in his defense, he just talked to the attorneys. And you know about these attorneys, what they can tell you.
Who owns the dirt is what I wonder.
He's playing on his phone.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any
Okay.
idea.
Terry, thank you.
Thank you, Terry.
Okay, nothing under old business, but new business. Kristen?
You've all got a copy of the quote. It's for a new computer in the utility office. We got a notification from our IT department company that the computer is failing. I don't know why, but he just said it's failing, it has to be replaced.
It is a lot of labor, but it is pretty extensive, everything to change that over. It's, he's needed several days to do that. And this is about the only time frame he can get that done that you won't need it, is that correct?
Yeah, we're trying to find a time to where we wouldn't be so busy in the office that he could take it and work on it.
And give you an idea, this computer was purchased when Kathy was still here, so it does have some age to it. So we get a motion to buy the new computer at $32,3888 from Romtech, our local IT guy. Gotta be able to collect money, guys. Do, they do.
It's the computer we use to take payments for utilities.
I didn't hear anything you said earlier.
Oh, okay. It's a computer we use to take payments for utilities.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, he says it's failing. It's the oldest one we have in the office, so I guess it's age, I don't know, but
You ever figure out why we're losing the internet over the weekend?
I don't know.
I mean, you guys having to reset your stuff every Monday? That's still happening?
No, I mean, it went out one day, I know, all day, and the phones did too. We're also looking at getting phones, but that'll be another day.
Can we get a motion for the new computer? From Troy, get a second? Yes, second from Tom. Thank you. All in favor? All right, go ahead and get your new computer ordered.
Okay.
You say aye, but you can't.
Trudy, you are up. Finally get to you. Sorry it takes so long. Right up here, yeah, they need to see you. Should be.
My name is Trudy Dillon, and I am one of the two gals that are responsible for these military banners that are displayed here in Veedersburg, Covington, Attica, and now Williamsport. We have another friend that does Crawfordsville. And I just wanted to come and tell you all that we just received first place over the entire state of Indiana for the most military banners displayed in a DAR chapter area.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. And we tied for second place for the most towns participating, because we are now doing five towns for this. And I wanted to come to your meeting because Veedersburg and Covington are the two largest military banner display areas. And I just wanted to come and thank, first of all, the council for approving the program and supporting us, for Jesse and your crew for putting those banners up. Without you guys, it wouldn't even be possible. And a huge thank you to the girls in the office, because they allow these packets to be picked up and dropped off here. So they see me at least once or twice a week. But without all of your support, this program would not be as popular as it is. So we're doing, like getting close to like 200 banners. And Susan and I both get about 600 hours a year on this program.
Wow.
So I just wanted to come and thank you all and share, because we were quite proud of receiving these awards. So
How many do we have here in Veedersburg right now today?
Pardon?
The 48 here in town?
Right now, you're doing 48, but I just asked him the other day if we could possibly maybe do 53, because I had some people that really wanted to get them up. And originally, Jesse said we could do 70, but then I think we're kind of backpedaling a little bit on that one. But sometimes these banners, I have 53 spoken for, but sometimes our deadline's July 1st, and I still have a lot of people who haven't shown up with their money, their pictures, and all that. And Covington also was doing 48, but then the VFW Auxiliary bought 9 more brackets, so they're doing 57 this year. So, and we, start a waiting list for next year already. So,
Okay.
It's a quite popular program. And again, I thank you all, because without your support, it wouldn't have happened. So
Well,
thank you very
and
much.
thanks Susan for us too.
Pardon?
Thank you and thanks Susan for us too.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Go Mo.
All right. Tammy.
Okay, I'm here about the same thing I've been here the last several meetings. The property at 119 East Washington Street, formerly known as Peyton's Barbecue, currently being used as a truck stop / warehouse, primarily for reefer units. Typically, an acceptable noise level is considered 55 decibels during the day and 45 decibels at night. On average, an idling diesel semi-truck and reefer generate 85 to 90 decibel units, up to 100 decibel units of noise. Electric semi-trucks and reefer units generate approximately 75 to 80 decibel units of noise each. Plugging into shore power reduces that to 68 to 72 decibels of noise per unit. The two running simultaneously create overlapping sound and heavily saturate the surrounding area with noise. Reefer units cycle on and off 24/7 to maintain the product temperature inside the trailer using a generator, fans, and cooling units. It not only creates noise, but vibrations that can be felt in your bones. Depending on the cargo, the reefers may run continuously, never turning off, or they may cycle on and off. Cycling occurs 2 to 4 times an hour and runs 15 to 30 minutes each time, depending on external temperatures as well as the integrity of the trailer and the equipment. When there is more than one unit, they're never on the same cycle, it seems, and this means we get no rest day or night. The young man that lives directly across from this area is deaf, and he feels those vibrations in his bones constantly. Earplugs won't help him at all. I can feel them in my house at times. The noise that is in my bedroom at night is measuring at 67 decibels, and that is untenable. With no semis running and no reefers running, I average 25 to 30 decibels in my bedroom at night, and most of that is from my own oxygen concentrator. The noise created in a residential neighborhood that keeps us from enjoying our homes or sleeping is unacceptable. Veedersburg does have a noise ordinance that states a business or businesses shall not generate any noxious, excessive, or sustained noise. Businesses are not permitted to schedule maintenance, trash pickup, or delivery between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. when the business is adjacent to or across a public street from a residence. It also states that industrial businesses operating in a district zoned for industrial use shall not generate any noxious, excessive, or sustained noise, as well as stating that motor vehicles shall not produce a noxious, excessive, or sustained noise. There are several ways to reduce the external noise, such as a noise wall, much like you see along interstates that are next to residential areas. You can park the trailers and cabs so that the diesel engines and generators face away from the residential homes, in this case towards 2nd Street. You can limit parking to electric semis only, or you could require shore power. Shore power should reduce the noise, rumbling, and vibrations by as much as 87% potentially, by eliminating the need for onboard diesel engines to power the generator for the reefer unit and the engine for the cab. Many warehouses, distribution centers, truck stops, and towns now mandate shore power to meet local nighttime noise ordinances and anti-idling rules. The couple of box trucks Peyton used were shore-powered, and we never heard them. Sound mats or blankets only deaden the sound inside the sleeper cab and do not do anything for the external noise that we hear. Veedersburg has an ordinance that prevents semis from overnight parking or long-term parking on residential streets. This used to be enforced, but obviously hasn't been recently. The semi-trucks were driving in our yards because the former Peyton's Barbecue was not designed for its current use. And after I chewed out one driver and complained to the utility office, Gary did speak with the driver. And they mostly stopped driving in our yards and started just parking on the street instead, because they don't have enough room to get all those trailers in and out of the lot unless they drive in our yards. Consequently, they started parking in the street at the corner, not for minutes or hours, but days on end. At times, they've even dropped their trailers in the street and left them there for hours. They block and obscure the view of traffic and pedestrians at the intersection of Washington and Cochran/Railroad Streets. There is increased golf cart, side-by-side, auto, and pedestrian traffic, as well as bicycles, scooters, and skateboards, in part due to the Fountain Trust Bank and the trail. This is an accident waiting to happen. This also prevents the school bus from turning west onto Washington Street from Cochran Street, forcing it to go to 2nd Street and come back around. Cochran/Railroad Street and Washington Streets were designed for light residential traffic, not heavy semis. Residential streets without parking generally measure 24 to 36 feet wide. Those with on-street parking normally measure 30 to 40 feet wide. Cochran/Railroad Street is 14 to 15 feet wide. I measured it. The average American vehicle ranges from 6 feet to 9.2 feet in width, including side mirrors, with semis exceeding 10 feet in width with mirrors. Cochran Railroad Street is barely wide enough for one vehicle, so let's add dump trucks, U-Hauls, and semis to the mix for fun. The additional traffic will degrade and destroy our streets much quicker. The incoming storage units, this has the potential to create quite a mess on these streets and at that intersection. Town ordinances also state that any commercial vehicle parked in a way that obstructs emergency vehicle access, blocks the line of sight at an intersection, or operates with unlicensed or inoperable tags is subject to immediate citation and towing. We have been told that the owner wants to be a good neighbor. So far, this is not a good neighbor arrangement for anyone that lives there. Our quality of life and enjoyment in our homes is being negatively impacted. I also question when these drivers are parked here for days at a time and don't leave for food or other essentials, do they have access to a restroom facility, or is our neighborhood a toilet as well? Possibly a concern for trail users too. The storage units that are proposed to be built across the street from Peyton's are presenting their own problems. The ground that absorbs rainwater and snow melt with some runoff. Once you put buildings, parking areas, and drives on that area, where will the water go? It won't be absorbed by the ground. It will run down the hill to the Shoemaker residence, as we have already seen based upon where the piles of dirt have ended up after the rains so far. In the Shoemaker's yard, porch, garage, etc. Will there be lighting? If so, will it shine into the Shoemaker's bedrooms or the homes at 120 East Washington Street or 213 Cochran Street? The Shoemakers should not have to suffer the loss or enjoyment of their home for the financial benefit of someone else, nor should anyone else in the neighborhood. Storage unit facilities often have mattresses and furniture, broken, outdated electronics, TVs, appliances, tires, etc., left outside for someone else to pay to dispose of. Who's going to clean it up and pay for it? How long will it sit there since the owner doesn't even live here? When kids or others decide to cart the trash down the hill and toss it off the bridge, who's cleaning that up? Who will be responsible when the broken electronics, appliances, and so forth tossed into the creek contaminate the water? We live in a 24/7 world and people access their storage units at all hours of the day and night. This brings extra traffic and noise, and when someone's at the storage unit at 2 a.m. looking for Christmas decorations or the vacation luggage on wheels, disrupting the neighborhood sleep, are we to be neighborly and get up and go offer assistance so we can hopefully go back to sleep before the reefers kick on and wake us up again? The addition of this storage facility and the creating of a truck stop warehouse lowers the residential property values in the neighborhood. The main factors contributing to this are increased traffic and on residential streets, some of it heavy, noise and light pollution from security lighting, backup alarms, and loading dock activity, as well as non-residential structures, fencing, and etc. that disrupt the character and curb appeal of the neighborhood. Some may see this as a minor inconvenience, but the industrial footprint and traffic outweigh the benefits and shrink the potential pool of buyers for homes, thus driving down our home values. No one likes change. No one likes their neighborhood transformed into a business district. A town does need businesses to survive, and the person behind these businesses has thus far shown he has little to no interest in making this beneficial for him, yet non-disruptive for us. Yet he professes to be a good neighbor, but without action. I am asking on behalf of myself and my neighbors if something can be done to protect the enjoyment and value of our homes and our peace of mind.
Well, earlier, you heard Stu talked about reaching out to them and getting a plan, so.
And now we have, I was not aware that it was being leased. Partisan.
Okay,
Yes, the bird owns it.
okay,
They're leasing it. That's the first I've heard of that.
okay.
So I will try to track down.
Yep, let's go after them and as of right now, the permit's not even issued for those storage units.
Well, it was issued, but I believe
But
it is expired.
it's expired.
It expired April 29th.
So at this point, Terry, I'm gonna ask you as a council not to renew that until we get more information from them.
Jesse, did you look into no parking signs for that corner? We might have to do that, period.
I just think we ought to write some tickets,
Yep.
parking on the street, ticket
Well,
them.
it's gotta be posted.
Oh, doesn't, we already got an ordinance,
True.
right?
But still,
Normally you post restrictions, whether it's no parking,
Right.
certain kind of parking,
Okay.
handicap parking.
Do we need a signs up,
If
okay?
not, then you need to
Okay. Okay.
We need to move on this.
Jesse, you want to take a look at those two, about putting stop signs there? Okay.
Thanks, Stu.
Oh, let's go ahead and get the signs ordered for the no parking, since we've already got that designated. Let's get those ordered.
On both streets, I would say.
Okay. Linda, do you have anything else you want to add? I think we've got the ball rolling for you.
I still know that, I still have no way, if anything happens, contacting whoever.
We will find Stu's on that now. He's already, before he left there, he's,
The number I got was a lawyer.
yeah, and he has who it's leased to. He has that
I had called him
information.
a couple of times before, and he never would tell me the answer. I didn't ask, I was like, I realize privacy, but I still need a contact.
I'll get that information from Stu. He had to run to the meeting in Shadewood, and I will get it, and I'll call you.
Yeah, because I don't want to cause anybody problems.
You don't need to mess.
I don't want my property ruined
No.
or devalued or anything else because of what they're doing.
Sure. And as of right now, they won't be doing anything.
I'm grateful for that, very grateful.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's my main thing right
Good. All right, anybody else, anything?
I've got something also. As Stu mentioned, that's being leased out. So that's the thing of it is, maybe the owner doesn't really realize what he's causing. So I think we need to get the owner and whoever is leasing it in here and talk to them and find out. Because that's the whole thing. You got two parties now. And that's the first time I knew it. I thought it was the one company.
Well, Stu just found that out, Mike, as he was
Yeah.
here on.
That's what I say.
We're in the
So I think we need to reach out to both of them and tell them that they are creating a problem.
Mike, anything, do you have anything else?
I don't have a thing.
Tom, welcome. Do you have anything for us?
No.
Troy?
Yes. So our 2013 brush truck never had tires. So I got a couple estimates, and we're going to, they're rotten, they're getting bad, we're going to end up having to blow out. So I got two estimates. Ours was $375 a tire, $1,500. Superior Coach worked with me and got it down to $936
For all tires?
for all the tires, and it was a more aggressive tire
Okay.
on Shard, so,
And they'll come and do it here, correct?
yes.
Okay.
We asked them to, they will.
All right,
So, yeah, I gotta get them on.
how can we pay for that, Kristen? Do we have,
Will the township pay for half?
I would think they would. I tried to call Son today, but didn't return the call.
I mean, there's fire department supplies.
okay. We
You
got a
can
motion in to
use-
go ahead and pay for that?
Motion.
From Dan, second from Mike,
Me.
all in favor?
Aye.
Get them ordered. Thank you guys for what you do.
That's all I got.
Ken?
Nope.
Anybody else?
Got my stuff.
All right,
Oh, waiting on all.
okay. All right, thank everybody for coming. Meeting adjourned.
He's supposed to give us an estimate. He's supposed to give us an estimate.
Nope, not right now.
Okay, that's
what I
wanted to double check on.
Yeah, not right now.